When NASA launched the Voyager probes back in the 1970s, no one expected they'd still be sending data nearly half a century later. Yet as Voyager 1 and 2 pushed to the very edge of our solar system, they uncovered something astonishing. At the boundary where the sun's influence ends and interstellar space begins, a region known as the heliopause, the probes detected temperatures ranging from 30,000 to 50,000 Kelvin. That's hotter than the surface of most stars. Scientists nicknamed it the Wall of Fire. Despite the terrifying name, it isn't a literal wall of flames. It's a turbulent zone of superheated plasma, created when the solar wind slams into the interstellar medium, charged particles colliding, compressing, and vibrating at extreme speeds. Here's the part that confuses people. If the temperature is tens of thousands of degrees, why didn't Voyager melt? The answer comes down to density. Space out there is almost empty. The particles are scorching hot, but there are so few of them that they barely transfer any heat at all. Voyager simply radiates heat away faster than it absorbs it. It's like briefly passing your finger through a candle flame. Hot, but not enough to burn. Then came the real surprise. Scientists expected the magnetic field beyond the heliopause to point in a completely different direction than the sun's magnetic field. But Voyager found something unexpected. They were aligned. Not a hard wall, not a clean edge, but a soft, shifting boundary where particles leak back and forth. A living, breathing border to our solar system. Naturally, the internet did what it does best, and the conspiracy theories exploded. Some claim the Wall of Fire isn't natural at all. They believe it's a containment barrier, a kind of cosmic prison wall keeping humanity trapped inside the solar system, or keeping something else out. Others tie it to ancient cosmology, a fiery boundary described in early astronomy, a modern echo of the biblical firmament, or proof that the universe is structured like a dome. More extreme theories go even further, that we're inside a simulation, that the solar system sits inside a black hole, or that this boundary is the edge of a constructed reality, a Truman Show on a cosmic scale. Skeptics push back hard, and they point out that Voyager crossed this boundary years ago, and the story keeps resurfacing with more dramatic language each time. They say the wall isn't a wall at all, just physics doing what physics does. Still, there's something deeply unsettling about the idea that our solar system has a glowing, superheated frontier, a place where the sun's influence ends and the rest of the universe begins. So is the Wall of Fire just misunderstood science, or is it a boundary we were never meant to cross?
UFO, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? Flying saucers, right? Because that is exactly what Hollywood has fed us all these decades. But to be honest, UFOs come in all shapes and sizes. From boomerang-shaped UFOs to triangular UFOs, advanced alien civilization, keeping a close watch on mankind. Some say they are doing so to prevent us from using our nuclear arsenal against each other. Is that really true? We will only know. You even imagine how advanced their weaponry will be compared to ours, considering this teleportation majestic synchronized dance performed by starlings called murmuration. And this time it was not in the balcony of his high-rise apartment, noticed a strange illuminating light in the night sky. He started, so was this UFO just keeping a watch on our earthly nuclear capabilities? Number 6. This sighting took place in June of 2024, in the scenic country of Malaysia. UFO sightings are not so common in Southeast Asia, and hence this garnered a lot of attention from UFO enthusiasts. A man saw, so not the first time, when 3 orbs in a triangular formation were seen in the New York night sky. Back in May 20, built SpaceX's Starship, which has a top speed of 16,000 miles per hour, would find it extremely difficult to on camera, goes to show that the aliens knew that they were being monitored. But how advanced is their tech that they can send someone trying to record them from so far away? They shot down by the US military. Also, Palmdale is no stranger to UFO activity, as back in 2022, residents of this city In this footage, we can see what seems to be multiple UFOs moving quickly in a circular fashion. Generally, UFOs are known to either zip away like the Colombian UFO seen in 20 continue to look with jaws wide open, thinking that this would be their first ever alien encounter. But just as the
This man talked to a real-life alien and got it all on camera.
In a leaked video that emerged on the internet, an alleged encounter between a man and an extraterrestrial being took place at an undisclosed location within a secret base in the United States.
This has got to be the realest footage I've ever seen
Occurred
before.
during the nighttime.
The realest
Due to
looking.
the video's quality, the specific surroundings remain unidentified. It is believed that this encounter took place in 2017, although no official confirmation from the government has been provided. The video begins with a man standing a short distance away from what appears to be an extraterrestrial being, commonly referred to as a gray. Both individuals face each other and maintain eye contact for several moments. The extraterrestrial's physical features resemble typical depictions of grays: a hairless, pale grayish skin tone, large dark eyes, and a slight fraying. The man remains calm throughout the encounter, showing no signs of distress or fear. Their interaction appears to be nonverbal, as no audible communication is captured in the leaked video. Despite this, their body language seems engaged and focused. The man and the extraterrestrial being exchange glances, perhaps attempting to convey meaning or understanding to one another. It is worth noting that any interpretation of their interaction remains speculative due to the lack of context provided. After a brief period of visual engagement, the man and the extraterrestrial reach out.
If this isn't real, this is only
Copper-based. All of our physiology was based on copper. We were all blue bloods. Okay? We were all royalty. In fact, we still are. It's just that our physiology is not working the same. And the reason it is apparently because of a nuclear war that occurred here. One of the nuclear wars that occurred here. Now, why Earth? Well, number one, it's a really beautiful place. Okay? It's not the only planet that has water. And when you listen to the scientists talking about, the different moons that have water on them, you got to ask yourself this: where did the water come from? If you have a moon that has no atmosphere, how did the water get there? Because it wasn't always there. It wasn't always like that. It had atmosphere. They were moved. Even Earth was moved from its rotation twice. And there's a possibility, if it's able to happen, and I talked with this with Jay-Z, that they want to do it again. The flood of Noah, okay, was a moving of the planet from its original orbit. That's what caused it.
Do you really think this picture is real? Because if this image right here is real, and we're pretty far behind the moon, the dark side of the moon, which we've never been able to see, and that's the Earth, then how come the picture of Earth from the moon looks so much different? Do you see what I'm saying? They're further away in the other picture from the moon and from Earth, but Earth is huge. And then in this picture, the Earth is a little pebble. And this is a picture in 2012 that NASA took of our globe. You see America, North America right there? Now let's do a little comparison. Oh, here's North America in 2013. Did global warming cause half of the United States to vanish? Or were they just messing up in Photoshop? I would say that they're messing up in Photoshop. They're little fisheye cameras causing false curvature. On top of that, did you know that the Earth has the magical ability to Photoshop the same exact clouds miles and miles away from each other? Look at that. Look at that. Those two right there, the yellow circles, the green circles, and the red circles, and the purple circles. So of course, it's composite imagery and blah, 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 blah. Can you tell that I had too much coffee? Oh, and look at that. I don't know what river that is, but look at that. How cute. You see how different the size is? The ISS, and then the size from Google Earth. Now, am I just forgetting to take my meds? Or is Elon Musk clearly lying about us going to Mars? Because I thought we were supposed to be on Mars by now. But I don't think we can leave Earth's atmosphere, because we are stuck under God's firmament.
We want a rocket to reach Uranus. That's, it's a stretch goal to reach Uranus, but definitely something we think we should aim for.
He says it's a stretch goal to reach Uranus, and then he starts smacking his lips and hyperventilating. Dude, he's trolling us. We can't go to Uranus. Oh, and you see the symbol he's making? Oh, the Freemasonic compass and square? I wonder why he's doing that. Probably because he's deceiving us and he's telling us the truth right in our faces with symbolism.
Colombia is infamous for being a hotbed for UFO sightings. Later on, these metallic spheres keeping a close watch on the Colombian military or maybe the drug cartel? Or is there a secret alien base in Colombia that we don't know of? Number 18. Western U.S. objects. This particularly difficult to remain equidistant for such a long time. Similar synchronized maneuvers are possible with modern-day drones, but these objects were flying. This advanced U.S. military drone found it difficult to lock on to this jellyfish UAP. thus indicating that some alien technology was trying to jam the signals of the drone, so that the UAP went undetected. And the odd part is it kept going white and black, meaning hot and cold instantaneously, so as to not get detected by the thermal vision camera. Which goes to show that this UAP knew it was being monitored for the heat it was emitting, and made immediate modifications to go undetected, thus implying that a sentient being was operating that UAP. After it went out over a body of water, plunged into it, and stayed underwater for close to 17 minutes. And after 17 minutes, it shot out of the water at a 45-degree angle with tremendous velocity and disappeared. Did the UAP go underwater to hide from the US surveillance drone? Or was that part of its mission to survey the underwater area around the military base for further weaponry? Whatever be the case, the US military has no idea what it...
his motorcycle out for a ride. Tragically, that ride ended in a wreck. In the days after his passing, at one particular room. One night, while she was asleep on the couch, she was jolted awake by the unmistakable sound of heavy footsteps coming from that very room. As she opened her eyes, she saw a dark shadow moving toward her. But when she blinked, the figure vanished and the house went silent. Sometime later, her front door camera detected motion and captured something bizarre. Moments after the recording begins, a white mist-like anomaly appears in the window. It seemed to peek out from behind the edge before drifting. This next clip is often referred to simply as the shed video. The footage began gaining serious traction in May 2025 after being reposted by Spooky Post Randy, quickly racking up tens of millions of views and millions of likes across TikTok and Instagram. Out of context, the clip is deeply unsettling. A man appears standing inside what looks like a small shed or enclosed space. He's staring directly into the camera. There's something profoundly off about it. Viewers immediately began speculating that the man in the video was El Padre Domingo, a Peruvian TikTok creator who originally became popular for lighthearted dance videos and playful interactions with his audience back in 2021.
Bueno, hijos, tenemos una sanción. Qué pena por el tema de la sanción que nos han dado hasta el 4 de agosto.
As the clip spread, alternate versions began appearing online, including edits titled No me mires con esos ojos. Don't look at me with those eyes. These versions alone pulled in tens of millions more views. The comment sections were chaos. People joked about throwing crosses at their phones. Others complained TikTok was recommending the video late at night. Some said they physically couldn't watch it because it triggered intense anxiety.
In the spiritual realm, there are different types of spirits. But one of the most dangerous types people don't talk about are known as familiar spirits. They are evil forces that have latched onto families for so long, sometimes even for generations, causing havoc and destruction in their lives. In this video, I shall be doing a short teaching on familiar spirits, after which we shall be praying a powerful prayer, asking God to dislodge them from your life. Keep watching to the end so that you don't miss out on the prayers. So without wasting your time, let's get straight into it. A familiar spirit, in a biblical context, refers to an evil spirit or demon that is believed to assist or serve a witch, medium, or an occult practitioner. The concept of familiar spirits is mentioned several times in the Bible, always in a negative context. God strictly forbade his people from seeking out or consulting with those who had familiar spirits. In Leviticus 19 verse 31, God said, "Regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards, to be defiled by them." In Leviticus 20 verse 6, he also said, "And the soul that turneth after such as have familiar spirits, and after wizards, to go a-whoring after them, I will even set my face against that soul, and will cut him off from among his people." This verse clearly shows that God takes the issue of familiar spirits seriously. He knows the damage they can cause, and wants to protect his children from their influence. It is called familiar because of its close association or intimate knowledge between its victim and the person it is serving. The way it works is that it acts as an insider, providing information to whoever assigned it. For example, a witch or a wizard might choose to assign a familiar spirit into a family. That familiar spirit will observe its victim and gather intelligence to report back to the witch. Sometimes they can hide within a family for years, to the extent that they know everything about that family. In fact, not only do they know everything about that family, but they can also mimic the personality and voices, take the shape and form of a diseased loved one.
Demons into your house. Evil Eye Isaiah 2:06. Dreamcatcher Deuteronomy 18:10-12. Karen K. Jeremiah 10:14. Mystical Stone Romans 1:25. Figure Psalm 31-6. Signs Isaiah 3:18-21.
Full-on demon possessed. I feel terrible for him because he tried to expose some stuff. What they do is, in the elites, they want you to murder somebody you love. That's a huge part of the occult. And so Kanye West killed his mom. He admitted to sacrificing his mom. That trauma has created a void space in his mind. And so, like, when the real Kanye tried to speak up and say stuff, the void space where the demon's residing basically took over. And that's why he disappeared for a minute, because they basically disappeared him, did a bunch more trauma to him, created a bigger void space in his mind that the demon could control more of Kanye. And that little bit of difference that you see, people are like, oh, Kanye's a clone. He's not a clone. He's demon possessed. Demons will shift people's faces subtly. I know that sounds really obscure, but like, I prayed for people and afterwards their face has changed. Their muscles have released, their eye shape has like changed a little, and that's very normal to see demonic transformation.